There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Blog.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Hello and welcome back to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Kiremi, and today's topic just reminded me of this thing of people going to shags, and there's that push of when are you getting married. Sometimes I think our parents think we are getting old and it's time. Today we are taking the topic where Benjamin Zulu is going to tell us how to date when you're tired of waiting. But before he takes that, I would want to recommend this amazing book that you will get all these beautiful insights. That is A Lasting Love by Benjamin Zulu. Get the book. You will get serious insights on this one. It has a lot. It is, let me say, a wild book. Just go and get it. Now, to the topic, let's go straight to the conversation. How do we date when you're tired of waiting?
Let's also remind, we are using the word tired, meaning you've been trying without success.
Yes.
So those who think their strategy for dating just sitting and passing time, hoping chance will bring someone around, your frustration will be huge. There are two types of failure. The first failure is when you aim and shoot, but you miss the target.
Yes.
The other failure is when you don't aim and you don't shoot.
Yes.
You will still miss the target, but out of lack of effort. When you aim and shoot and you miss the target,
Yes.
you have learned something.
Yes.
That is not a failure in terms of progress. That is a lesson. When you fail because you are tempted without success, you learn. But if you fail because you never tried anything, that is disaster. You feel like you let yourself down.
Yes.
At the end of your life, you will not so much regret things you did, but things you did not do.
Yeah, true.
One nurse was working at a hospice, taking care of people in their later years, old people in Australia, got into the habit of asking them whether they had any regrets before they died. And she later put them in a book. And it revolved around the same things. They were saying the same thing.
Yes.
And they were saying, I regret not taking the chance to do what I felt I should. I regret not following what I wanted. I regret not launching. I regret thinking I had time. And one quote I like is, the problem is we think we have time.
Yes, always. Yeah, we always think we have time.
You know? Sometimes you hear a person has died and you're shocked because they didn't look like they're going to die.
Yeah.
Even you are surprised. How much more were they surprised? You know? How come? So and so. But I was with them last month.
Yes.
I saw them. We talked. Look at this call log. And now you hear they're not there. Sometimes we think we have time, and some of the things that make us tired of waiting is because we think we have time, somebody will come, somebody will find us. Make sure your searching strategy is something that is proactive. Particularly women are being told by their mothers and grandmothers, they used to find us in the village and carry us. They should come to your home, talk to your parents, and then bring cows and carry you.
Yes.
They should find you.
Yes.
The village where your grandma married from no longer exists. Please unlearn that. We are using the method now of global village. You go out there, you engage, you select, you choose. When Eliezer came to fetch Rebecca to go marry Isaac, the son of Abraham, the parents of Rebecca said, let's ask her whether she's interested.
Yes.
There's a part of you being interested, of you selecting what you want. There's a part of you participating today to make sure you're marrying your soulmate, not just your cellmate.
Yes. Not just your
cellmate. If you marry somebody you don't like, you've been a cell.
You've been a cell. Sure.
You'll be locked up.
Oh.
And what they call pingu za maisha will actually for you to become real.
They should change that name.
You know? Nobody wants to associate marriage with arrest.
Yeah.
I'm not being arrested.
Yeah. Pingu za maisha.
You know? So, what I want you to know is, we are saying when you're tired of waiting, by just saying you're tired of trying without success. And if you've just been sitting passively hoping because you are ready, some of us think all the work you have to do is to prepare to be a good wife, prepare to be a good husband.
Yeah.
Men get frustrated in dating a lot, but we don't say it because men should not play victim. Society does not like when a man is crying.
True.
Men are not allowed to even say when they've been abused.
Imagine.
They're not. It's not a good narrative.
Yeah, they've been taught from a young age, men don't cry.
We don't even publish it.
Men don't
Last
cry.
month, this man reported these boys. It doesn't sell.
It's not newsworthy.
We have wife battara, but we don't have husband battara. Even in our language, we don't allow it.
Yeah.
There are women who are very violent and abusive, but we have no language for it.
It's not allowed. Yeah.
So, brothers, I want you to listen. Come closer. Because I know our journey and society. Hush. Shh.
Yes.
You're supposed to just find a woman and marry. It's not supposed to be hard for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No one should know.
You're struggling. Are you weak?
Can you imagine people knowing that you're being beaten as a man?
It gets graphic. There was a time, within a short time, 3 men were killed by women.
Sad
And all of them were coming from either police or the military.
the ladies now.
No, the men.
The men.
The victims
Oh.
were in police service or in the armed. They worked with guns for their job. And so the caption there said they dodged bullets from gangs and from war front to come and die in the hands of the women they called their loved ones.
Yes.
For one of them, it was very brutal. She poured something on him, either acid or something, when he was asleep.
What?
Another one was Caroline, a lady who was a psychopath. Finally, she killed herself, but she had finished a few men.
Yeah.
And all of them thought they were going to have sexual escapade. And that is the only time I saw society trying to bring to the forefront the conversation that a genuine man is just as vulnerable
Yes.
as the woman. He means well, so he doesn't come aggressively. He comes with trust.
Yeah.
My heart bleeds for genuine men. They don't know that they are a different species from other men. Bad boys are not vulnerable. They kick around. They threaten. They are aggressive. They don't care. They don't care about their child. They are like an animal. Bad men are not vulnerable because they don't stay to love the child,
Yes.
to pay money,
Yeah.
to hug, to be the child. But a good guy goes all the way to keep his promise. He doesn't threaten, he just calms down. So he is abused for his goodness.
Sure.
All the men who have a heart, listen to me. We are vulnerable.
Yeah, all right.
And again, we can't just marry anything. We can't just marry anything. And neither do we lead. We are not led by erection. You know, society thinks all men are led by erection. Us, we are led by direction. We have direction. You know? So we want to converse with a woman, size up her character, her mind, whether we match. Sincere men marry procedurally. They interview as if they are hiring for. You imagine if Airtel Africa was hiring.
Yeah.
How many interviews to be? That's how men on a mission.
Men
hire.
on a mission higher.
One of them went extreme. He told me, if I had a lot of sexual pressure, I wouldn't sleep with a woman I'm considering for marriage. I would sleep with one I have no future with.
Really? Yeah.
He was illustrating the point of the moment I cross lines with a candidate, I lose my judgment of her character. You have received a bribe.
Oh.
It's a bribe. No longer be.
Yeah, sorry.
You can no longer be neutral anymore. They have done you a favor.
Yeah.
It becomes a secret, and many of those women, when you don't sleep with them, you realize they have nothing to offer you. Start interviewing your male friends, and they'll tell you how often, the moment they remove sex from the equation, the vanity of the woman becomes obvious. It is vain, materialistic, nothing to offer me. Can't even converse on a deeper level. An awakened man knows I'm marrying a queen to reign with me. And if it's female anatomy, it's all over. If I'm stupid enough to start going to her anatomy, I'll end up with one who gets me first. The women, after you sleep with them, you can't discard them. They will cling there because your value they don't.
Yes.
People cling as a convention that you are their prey.
Oh.
Clinging behavior is a confession that they don't deserve you. They're just hanging on to you for their selfish needs.
Oops.
And they manage to hook you with the pregnancy, to hook you with the sex, to hook you with money.
Yeah.
And bachelors, if you let the woman come to your house, to walk physically into your house, you're finished.
You're done.
You
Kaput.
should only let her come there when you're finished your interviews, you're doing last touch. The first interview should be online, always, to be safe.
Yeah.
Video call, hey, so you're from which side of the world? That is like that. And you see a few things, connect dots.
Yeah.
You live politely. Gentlemen live politely. Those who push you to have sex are not husband materials. I don't know how long women need to learn this. The man who is trying, whose conversations are angling towards sex to take you to bed are not gentlemen. Those are sex animals. Those are indisciplined men, and they can't even give you the quality marriage you seek. They don't even have the discipline for it.
Yeah.
They don't. They don't have the capacity. Oh, when I refused, he left. They keep being left whenever I refuse. You have never been left by husband. You've been left by thieves. Why are you lamenting?
Yeah.
Dating is a hunting expedition, and it involves hit and miss. Get used to the hit and miss. They sting. When you had raised your hope, thinking this is why, when it collapses, there's a sting. Take some 2 hours to cry, just 2.
To sob
After that,
and have it sink.
after that,
Yeah.
rise up. But today when people say, I dated this guy, they also mean I mated with this guy. People have lost themselves.
Yeah,
And let
sure.
me also warn you, gentlemen have standards. They are not restraining themselves like that to marry a loose woman, my friend. Continue sleeping with your boyfriend, you will hang around for a while.
Yeah.
You will hang around for a while.
All right. Ladies.
They don't say it, but that's part of their reality.
Yeah.
They want what they have. They're not dogmatic about virginity. If you're virgin, it's very good. They hope you've preserved yourself. But women have told me, I'm technically virgin, but not virgin.
Meaning?
Pornography, test tubes, anything.
Yeah. There's no way you can be a virgin. That's it.
You know.
Yeah.
Others are not virgin, but they're pure in heart. They messed somewhere around the way because of naivety and lack of protection by parents, lack of guidance, but they have not been consistently. If you are consistently sleeping with the man you're not married to,
They made a choice.
you will regret it.
Okay. Now let's go now to the ladies. How to date when you're tired of waiting as a lady, because I think we've talked about the men now, yeah?
You're defending the ladies so much.
That's why I'm here. Because I noted we went to the topic and then you started talking
I
about
feel for my brother
yeah.
because society thinks it's automatic.
Now allow me to feel for my sister.
So
Ladies, I'm here for you.
the first rule applies for both genders. Lucky for you.
Yes.
The first rule to date when you are tired is
Okay.
to raise to a higher ground.
Uh-huh.
Raise to a higher ground energetically. Raise to a higher ground. It means if you can see what you're looking for, perhaps you're looking from a valley.
Okay.
Now we need to rise to a mountain.
Yes.
And there's a time Israel fought some guys there. They won against them. Those guys said, "Oh, the God of Israel is God of the valleys. Next time, let's take the battle to the mountains." That God can't manage it there. There are times when it's the ground you're standing. Of course, they are proven wrong. But there's sometimes the ground you're standing itself is a disadvantage.
Yes.
You can be in a very geographically limiting career, location in your job. You can be in a very small church, but you are so dogmatic about it. You are the only single person of your age.
Yes.
And your other friend who comes from Garissa every holiday. You could be in very small communities, but you're close-minded. You have even been brainwashed to think you should only marry a member of that church. Not Christian, not Bible-believing, not just this particular church.
Imagine.
And those churches are only handful. One in Kisumu, the other in Maimahiu, and then the other one in Malaba. Those are the only branches.
And the pastor dreams for you.
Yes, and we are waiting for the National Congress, the annual Congress. You can meet the others. To raise to a higher ground energetically means to break some meaningless boundaries which you will not realize them until you examine using some simple criteria. By saying, what am I looking for fundamentally? My mentor broke some of those funny barriers by asking us, Remember, you may marry and then move to Europe, but you had limited yourself to a funny church in Kawangware.
Yeah.
Now you're in Europe and that church is not there.
Where do you start?
Yes, now that you could not see life outside that small church in Kawangware.
Yes,
You're in Europe now.
yes.
Trust, make sure your version of faith can survive in China.
Yeah, and when you limit yourself, you're done.
Make sure you're marrying a person who, when you find yourself in Costa Rica, someplace, both of you.
Yeah, you survive.
So if it is all small tunnel view, you're choosing a partner from a tunnel 10 people, you're just being narrow. Look at really what matters. I want a person who will share these values, these beliefs, these convictions. How many places can I find that person?
Yeah.
You suddenly realize, I've opened my catchment now. You stop being dogmatic and start being realistic, saying, if I find this value, that value, that value, I'm okay.
Yeah.
To raise to a higher energy, energetically means you avail yourself to a wider audience of people whom you share soul family. Soul family is, your soul is your psyche, your mind, your psychological makeup. Your spirit is you. Every time you say my head, my food, my mind, who is that mind?
My.
Now that you're saying my body. So you own your body. Who are you?
I don't know.
You never said me
Yes.
head, me hand,
Yes.
me. You said
Yeah,
my.
you're owning.
So whoever is talking is one who owns the body. Who is that?
It's me.
Your spirit.
It's my spirit.
So you are a spirit. You have a soul, and you live in a body.
Thank you.
So that soul, that emotions, mind, and consciousness, the things you're interacting with, what another context would be called personality, that thing they're trying to call many names. That's what the attitude people see, and you educate your mind because it's educatable. That's now what we are discussing. Energetically, soul family is those people you think alike, you vibe alike, you see the world alike, you want the same things, you're going the same place, you talk the same language. Because you're so unique, many places you'll be called a weirdo.
Yeah.
And we say, don't refuse the label. Just make sure you speak your weird language so that other weirdos can notice you. Take photos of your energy, of you enjoying your life, doing the things that make you happy, playing the guitar.
Yes.
It may be funny to see a girl with a guitar,
Yeah.
lost in our world, but there's a guy who exactly that's her language.
That's what he likes.
Yes. Do the things you love. I want you to stop holding your life, because it's when you unleash those things you like that your soul family responds.
Amazing.
Sing those songs.
Yeah.
Society tells you, no, if you buy a car, you repair. He's waiting for that guy. Lady was a thought to buy a car, my friend. The very fact that you can stretch your mind in that direction. Sometimes my wife would pick my car, the sedan. She loves big cars. I like the sedans. Speedy, fast things. And she tells me, I appear somewhere and guys are so happy to just see me. I'm getting yo. It's like a club of joy.
Yeah.
It's a soul family.
I have that picture.
We love that.
Yeah.
You can't spoil the fun, by the way. I stole it from your brother.
Don't spoil the fun.
You know?
You vibe along.
And I tell her, I always notice when a lady is here driving these kind of cars. She said, that's a lot of authenticity. I even want to know the story. How come? You know? She says, that's my vibe. It's my thing, you know? You know?
Yeah.
Just to tell you, I don't want you to hold from who you are too much. So family speaks your language.
Express who you are.
They speak your language. One lady told me she likes a poetry that is mixed with Africanism. She meant to compose poems or songs or things that, and then in fact, I saw somebody, I was able to link her that I saw a hotel that is called Kitchen and Poetry. There's a hotel, a restaurant called that. I told her, what you're talking about, I know somebody else doing it. That they bring people to sing African poems, stories of Africans with music and what. and also sell African dishes, African food.
Yes.
And the hotel is called Kitchen and Poetry, and it's with a calabash, you know.
Yes.
And she said, "You mean somebody's doing?" Yeah. For you, is that the regalia we wear, how we look like, the theme we inspired, combined with poetry? I told her, create social media, put it out there, and when people inbox you, intrigued by that, that's your soul family. You will likely find your husband in that direction faster than.
Yeah.
Some people will not be creators of the content, they'll be consumers of it. They just find it mesmerizing.
Yes.
When I learned this myself, I started posting my content on social media. And the ladies would relate. I ended up marrying one of those.
Oh, wow.
Because I also wanted a person who can sponsor this,
Yes.
not suppress it.
Yeah. Journey with it.
And spy it on. Because it's a very amorphous career. It was not popular in Africa. We did not even have the time life coaching. We only had motivational speakers. So it was not popular.
Yeah.
And I wanted somebody who can believe it, who can see the potential.
And the vision.
Yes. So when I was given this context that your weirdness is your selling point,
Yeah.
put it out. Go there, be real. Go sing your song. Go do your thing. Put yourself as a gentleman, but be authentic. That is higher ground, morally, energetically. I stopped trying to comply with what gentlemen are expected to be doing. I couldn't do 8 to 5 jobs the way gentlemen should do.
Yeah.
I couldn't concentrate for so many hours. I don't have a problem.
Your uniqueness looked like a problem.
I would apply for jobs hoping I don't get called. You know, your family has pushed you to apply and you're trying to tick boxes. I'm actually applying. But you're praying. I hope not.
They don't call me.
You see an email, I did see it. You know? Just to tell you, it's finally when you realize it's me, I function for the impact. I arrive, I work, I go. I don't like to check in, then check out. My wife can work, check in, check out. She has a very stable energy. I needed that to stabilize my life. I don't want another runaway like myself. We always running. Who will be there? Somebody needs to be stable. So, this to say, you upgrade to a higher ground. You stop being petty, stop being too local. The reason sometimes you don't find your mate quickly is because your type is very rare. And they are so far the other side, so far the other side, so far the other side. I just want you to rise your level, your visibility. That could be social media. That could be the larger community. That could be the requirement, the filters you're using. That could be the what it takes to contact you. It could be how you're putting out, how you dress, how you invite new. Raise it up. Previously, you were waiting to marry decently and smoothly like your colleagues. Some of your colleagues married easily because
one found
they few filters. For them, the requirements are so few. They just want two. I just want a lady with a diploma degree and God-fearing. Thank you. The rest we can negotiate. For you, it's a list of 20.
Yes.
Intellectually stimulating. That global career. Able to cultural flexibility. Financial. So sometimes
It is endless.
it's taking you long because actually you're very selective. The second thing you're going to do is to outsource winning strategies.
Outsource winning strategies.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are people who have mastered how this game is done. But some guys who teach people to create viral content. I saw them advertise themselves and I wasn't paying much attention because people advertising themselves. They're in the market. They'll sell whatever they want at whatever they price. But I decided to research on those who have worked to them and I realized most of them, they had a lot of success stories. And even what they were shooting there is an advert. It's very catchy. And they're not doing gimmicks and tricks.
Yes.
It's creativity, it's fluidity. I said, this is a real expert at creating real content. They were against advertising because it's like, they were saying, I can show you organic ways that I've used and they work. To just show people what they want in the way they want it better than anybody else.
Yes.
You know? And you're saying either go to the top of your batch or create a new batch where you can be the top. Say, I don't want you to be lost in the crowd and the category you have picked is so wide, everybody is there. Pick a semi-category in your larger category where you can be top. Because we never buy from anybody except the best. We always want to buy from the best.
Yeah.
You must be perceived as the best. That was a real expert whom I respect. I said, this one I can pay for training. A lot of us men think we were born hunters. So we don't think anybody else can help us with hunting.
Yeah. You think your energy is the highest.
You know.
Yeah, and you don't need some help.
Women are very reluctant to spend on themselves. Many women are money misers. They are used to men giving them money. They are not used to them spending money on themselves. They're used to giving money to their parents, to their brother. They can spend money on a wasteful brother who keeps drinking, wasting all the money. They can keep funding a collapsing business of their father. The butcher, he eats the money. This one, he eats the meat. This one, he takes the tea. Women can channel failing people and sponsor them for years.
But not work on themselves.
Not pay $1,000.
For her nails.
That's the part of women you never understand.
Yeah.
You try to understand it, you feel like you're running mad. You leave it there. For several times I've tried to understand it. I get tired, I go. I say, oh, come pick up tomorrow. Because it's so common. You don't expect it.
Yeah.
They even find cons. A guy is conning them. And they are halfway away.
Yes.
Somewhere he never pays this.
Yeah.
But the moment I show you a conference, a book, a resource, you say, it's really expensive.
You know, kids are going back to school.
It's always about the kids.
It's never about them.
So the self-sacrifice of women was overtaught. Until self-love looks like it's selfish.
Yeah.
So if I tell you to borrow winning strategies, I'm asking you to go to coaches, to go to counselors. I'm asking you to go to spaces that you are not giving, you're being given.
Yeah.
You're being poured into.
True.
I'm asking you to go to somewhere to become human mirror. We did a conference and we were using real examples, telling people what's wrong with them. Some of them were trying very hard to get married. I'm telling them, you look very plain. Even if I was looking, I wouldn't hit on you. You are not you are not triggering anything. Your femininity.
Yeah.
Who taught you this? Why are you borrowing from your mother? You look too corporate. Some of them just dress corporate.
Yeah.
They just look powerful, lady boss. But you don't look like a lovely girl. You don't look exciting. You don't look Song of Solomon. You look Proverbs 31. Many women only know Proverbs 31. Who is already married, who already has much and she has workers. Proverbs 31 is a settled wife. We're talking about Song of Solomon.
Yeah.
The lady now being seduced. You don't like reading Song of Solomon. They just keep it because it's uncomfortable. Romance is very uncomfortable. It looks like flesh.
Yes. It looks like sin.
It's a season of life. It's a season of life. And because your mother drummed, you don't dress like that for men. Your mother drummed. And then suddenly she's asking you, when will you get married? So she has been telling you to avoid men. Suddenly she chooses.
Yeah.
When did we change from avoiding to approaching?
To pushing.
To avoid. You know? So I just want you to know, some of those things are going to be self-taught. We're going to import the winning strategies.
Yeah.
For example, we have a package of 3 books for dating.
Lasting
This is
love.
when you're stepping out.
Dating right.
The first time you're stepping out, you're learning how to package yourself.
Yes.
These are winning strategies. After you find a person you are considering, now you're in a relationship, it's before you say I do what to check. The cultural check, personal checks, and we said it's the personal checks, cultural checks, and legal checks.
Okay.
To make sure you have the 3 levels of security. And then if you have done these things and been disappointed, people let you down, betrayed you, or you feel it, or you are like today you've suffered delays, now you want the love that lasts. You have tried love and you confused it.
Yes.
Temporary love with lasting love. This one we wrote for people after they have tried and been disappointed, hoped and been let down. So these 3 books comprise our dating package.
Okay.
And it's one of the cheapest ways I could have, we can avail knowledge to you. This is just to tell you that the winning strategies we are saying you import are the tried and tested methods that worked for others, and they've been documented, or the coach you can train it. Don't say I have been unlucky in dating if you can't quantify how much you've invested to get strategies. Sometimes you're not, the reason you're not selling, it's not because you don't have a good commodity, it's that you don't know how to position where the customers are. Selling is a strategy. It's not always about the quality of the product. It's also about the style, the skill, and now you're the commodity.
Yeah.
The style, actually, in the real market, we have 7 steps Money topic is another passionate topic for me.
Yeah.
How to build the money that we're independent.
And we should have it.
People are marrying because of money, because
Yeah.
they lack money. They're looking for financial security in the marriage. So they overlook character, looking at the cash. They end up stranded and start saying, I better cry in a Mercedes than love in a Vesco. So that Mercedes without happiness
There's
is
even a song for that.
not fun. There's no fun at all. Peace is paramount. Let's start with peace. Let's get our own money so that we marry authentically. So we are saying sometimes it's how you package and how you go to the market. In the real marketing, we have 7 steps of marketing where you start putting yourself in the right audience, how you reel in, how you engage in, how you answer. We usually have a step of closing a sale. Closing a sale, guiding, following a customer all the way to what they want at structuring, what they want at deal, you meet their needs.
Yeah.
Have you said the best salesperson leaves people feeling that they got a better deal? They get the better side of the deal. You serve them so well until they want to refer their friends or to come back because you move them forward in life. You meet their need.
Yeah.
This is just to tell you, I want you to learn to outsource and get the strategies that win. Yes.
Wow, fantastic. What a conversation. Thank you so much.
welcome.
Where have you been all the while? I wish you were born earlier.
I know.
So much earlier
I know.
than us. So
I
we
know.
can learn everything before we get into those steps. Yeah.
And I
But
know,
we're
yeah.
lucky to have you. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for Lasting Love. Let's continue buying this book so we can get all the insights, all the yumminess for our marriages and our love to flourish and last for good. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Benjamin Zulu Show. Thank you. Bye-bye.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the